Hello everybody, my name is Breck Baldwin. I'm from the Brooklyn Aerodrome and I am going to take you through building our latest kit. These are the 400 serial numbers, probably some of the 300 serial numbers to the right will also apply to this. So here it is, here's the kit, shows up in this nondescript brown box and we'll open it up. Parts are a little hard to see just because of how the camera's set up, but major components are a bag of giblets. We'll go over what's in here in a moment. All right. And we get depending on what size radio you got, you might have got an extra box, paper cut, to put things in. We just did put it in there to keep things from moving around. So if you've got this box, put the giblets in there. If you have a larger radio box, it's the same radio effectively, then you won't have that box. But here's the radio, and we'll just leave that in the box. Packing material, and throw that away. A couple of coat hangers, and a deck, serial number on it, 410, and our manifest. So we'll go through this manifest and plans and show you what's there. And then the other thing you get a bunch of is a ton of foam. All right, and this is enough foam to build 2 airplanes. So there's all the foam. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 10 of these triangles. All right, of foam, and then you've got yourself a nice empty box. All right, so I'm going to put the foam away. We're not going to mess with that right now. We're going to start with the deck. So put that in the box, and we're going to just make sure we got all the parts, and we'll do that by checking things off of our manifest. So, starting at the top, in the shipping box, you should have 1 aluminum motor mount. All right. Let's get this dumped out. Okay, plastic bag full of goodies, just dumped it. And 1 aluminum motor mount. We put it generally right by the, let's tuck it into the battery pack like this, so that this one fell out, but that's our aluminum motor mount. Okay, so 1 aluminum motor mount, check. 5 inches of hook and loop tape. This is right here. That, check. A bag of 5.5 inch zip ties, check. 18 3/4 inch foam tape squares for attaching servos, decks, and Elvon's horns. Here's 1 of them. Here's 2 of them. This is just, foam tape squares. All right. Check. Outrunner motor with prop saver. That is this little beauty right here. Check. 1.5 millimeter Allen key. This little guy. Don't lose it. You're going to need it. These are hard to find. Check. 18 amp speed control. Made up. It's got the we soldered that before, All right. 3 GWS propellers right here. There we go. 1 1800 milliamp 2-cell 7.4 volt la-di-da LiPo battery pack. This is the engine room, or the power for it. Check. One battery charger that requires, it says a 12 volt supply. That's wrong. This plugs into the wall. I'll show you how to use this shortly, but that's the battery charger. All right, check, and note to self to modify manifest. 1/4 inch blue foam for airframe, 10 triangles. Check. I just showed that to you. Okay. Deck, which is made out of Coroplast, right here. Check. 2 coat hangers. You saw them. Yep, they're right in here. Check. Transmitter receiver. Here's our transmitter and receiver. The receiver's in here. This thing has been pre-programmed by us for Elvon mixing. So that box. This box is actually worth keeping around. It just keeps the transmitter a little safe if you want to transport it. So don't throw that away. You can get a nicer one, when you get more serious about the hobby. All right, so there's our transmitter, and that is the receiver in this bag here. okay, along with a bind clip. We'll talk about what that does. All right, 8 AA batteries. Batteries are included. There you go. Check. There's a roll of Brooklyn Aerodrome packing tape. Yes. This stuff is so cool. Check. Resource listing, schematics, and part lists. That's this guy right here. All right. So this is basically welcome to the parts. Oh, sorry. There should be 2 servos in there. I see them left over. I did not catch them. I just didn't quite read properly. 2 servos with control horns and everything else. Check. And there's this bag that was holding all the giblets. All right. Let's double check. We get everything? Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. So, let's take a look at the tools we're going to be using. And they're pretty simple. You know, some kind of ruler. A 2-foot ruler is nice and a T-square is nice. You can make do with less, but, you know, it'll just take a little longer to do. You want some acetone because we're going to need to take some grease off those servos. Alcohol is fine too. Just something that it'll just cut grease. Don't use soap and water, but just any kind of, you know, acetone, alcohol, you know, Everclear. I don't know, something that doesn't have any water in it. Okay, Phillips head screwdrivers. Here's a small one for punching holes through the deck and dealing with servo screws. And here's a bigger one. We use this just on the prop saver. This is ideal. You know, have 2 Phillips heads. You can generally get away with less, but this is kind of ideal. And there's a box cutter, and if you need, the way these things work is you snick off the end of the blade. I've already done this one. You just go bend and it goes think, breaks off. You get a brand new sharp blade. So you got a box cutter, pair of needle nose pliers with some cutting capabilities. That's just kind of the minimal things you need. And this is right here. It's nicer if you have some end cut pliers and stuff like that, but this is kind of bare minimum. We'll do sort of a more minimum build. It's nice to have a drill. You don't, strictly speaking, need to have a drill with the right size drill bit, which is as big around as a coat hanger. You can make do by using the coat hanger to, you know, dig your way through. But there you have it. But this drill's nice to have. It's not totally required. We'll talk about the workaround for that when we do it. All right. So we have parts and some kind of marker because you want to be able to draw. I like thinner markers in this one. This one's pretty thick, but I want you to be able to see the lines that I put in the video. So there you go. Parts, tools, and now we start to build.